probably about a 6-foot long fish, very common this time of year.
And these guys are so cunning. He's seen that many lures and hooks and flies.
That is sport fishing action at its absolute best.
That is a cracker. Look at it. Oh! G'day, I'm Rob Paxavanis and welcome to Fishing Australia. I'm up at St Helens in the northeast corner of Tasmania. St Helens is the game fishing capital of Tasmania, but there's also lots of other special fishing on offer. I'm just going to unpack my gear here at the St Helens Resort right on the water, and then it's off to check out this awesome place. We're half an hour drive south of St Helens at a place known as Scamander River. Michael Haley and his son Joel are putting the boat in. They're from Gone Fishing Charters. Let's go and join them. How are you guys?
How are you?
Good mate, how are you Joel?
Good.
Looking forward to catching a few fish?
Yep.
Beautiful, let's get it on. What's the plan here, Michael?
We're up the Scamander River.
Yep.
Today we're going to be having a look at some bream. We're going to work this area around here. We've got the rivers meeting here. We're going to throw some nippers out and see how we go.
Yeah. What are you hoping to catch, mate?
A bream.
A big one?
Yep.
Sounds good to me. Let's get the lines in. There's our nippers there, Joel.
Yep.
Where'd you get them, matey? Went out and pumped?
George's Bay.
Yeah? So you go out and pump them with your dad?
Yep.
And then what, freeze them? They've been frozen, have they? Okay. Is this your favourite bait for bream?
Yep.
Oh, cool, good. As long as it's your favourite bait, I'm happy, mate. You've been up here enough, so there's our nipper there. Just on a running sinker rig. Got a very, very small, lightweight running down under that. And we're just tied up to the bank. We're just going to cast out a couple of those and hopefully a big bream will come along and snaffle that. I remember mine with a red thing. Maybe about 3 or 4. First fish there, Joel. Any predictions, mate?
No.
What do we got? Oh, little salmon. Excellent. We'll just swing him up. Hang on. There you go. You caught one of those before? That's a little Australian salmon, I think, isn't it, Michael?
Certainly is, yep.
Yep,
Yeah.
I caught one of them before.
You've caught one of those before? I'd heard you've caught some really big salmon around this area. You do get big salmon around here. What should we do with that one, matey?
Let him go.
Let him go? Let him go. All right, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll let you do the honours. I'll just get that hook out. You got that there, Joel, mate?
Yep.
You pop him back for me? Excellent. Well done, mate.
Good boy.
It's not a bad cast, Joel. What do you got there this time, matey? You think it's a bream? Got a bit more fight in it. What do you like most about fishing, mate?
Because it's fun.
Well, that's pretty straightforward, because it's fun. I hear you. Here we go. Nearly up. Yeah. Look out. There's our first black bream in Tasmania. Beautiful. Look at that. Now, is that a small one for here, mate?
Yeah.
Small one for here. Okay, I think he's caught plenty bigger, so we're just going to unhook him and get him back in the water. What a beautiful little fish, eh? Okay, there you go, fella. That goes our black bream. Double hook up here, Joel's on, and his dad Michael's on as well. What do we got? One bream here. This is a good bit of action, this. There's one black bream and there's the other one. Hey Joel, I think you're in front, mate. You've caught 2, your dad's only caught 1. I think you're in front in total length, mate. This one here, we might be able to get the hook out. What do you got there, mate?
Yeah, another bream.
Okay. That's Michael's fish and this is Joel's fish. I'm just going to cut that one off because he's got the hook as well. A bit deeper like the earlier one. We'll just get them back in the water. Aren't they beautiful little fish, eh?
Lovely colours, nice
Yeah.
dark.
How old would that fish be?
It'd probably be 4 or 5 years old.
And this one here is a little 1-year-old whippersnapper, mate, eh? All right, let's get him back in the water. And then it popped out, but it wasn't on the bottom like a bream. He just can't stop smiling every time he hooks a fish. What we've got on here is a long shank hook, which helps fit the nipper or saltwater yabby along it, and also helps us unhook the fish a bit easier. And we're going to squash the barb down on that as well, so it's even a bit more fish friendly. We'll get that in the water. Beautiful. That was a ripper cast, you see that? Yeah, now this is that hook we just debarbed a second ago. Just get it out there. There you go. See, a lot easier to come out, and there's the long shank hook we talked about. Pop him back in the water. I reckon you're right, Joel. Those nippers are great bait. I got something a bit different here. A silver trevally, which Michael Haley tells me is quite a few of them in the system. A pretty little fish, a very strong fighting fish. I'm just going to get that hook out and pop him back in the water. They're not a particularly good eating fish. They're just sort of average. So there we go. It's a silver trevally. We've come about 5k downstream to almost to the mouth of the river there, and Michael's hooked up straight away. It's pretty windy here at the moment, but Michael's thought there might be some bigger fish down towards the mouth at the moment. What have we got? Oh yeah, well, he's not too bad one. Geez, he's a lot more silver in colour. You'd easily mistake him for a silver bream if you're on the mainland, but he's definitely a black bream. That's all they get in Tasmania. You were saying that it's always been illegal to sell a black bream in Tasmania.
Yes, I mean it's illegal to sell black bream
or any bream for that
in
matter,
any bream
yeah.
In your fish shops or anything.
Yeah.
So you know, it's one of the few fisheries that our bream stocks are as good as what they were 20 years ago.
Yeah.
So we're lucky there.
And there's also no net, isn't it? It's just exceptional numbers of fish. Like
there is. People will class Tassie as trout and bluefin tuna, but we've got some fantastic estuary fishing down here.
I'd have to agree with you. St Helens is right on Georges Bay. It's a beautiful big estuary system, and I'm with Michael Haley from Gone Fishing Charters, and we're going to have a look, mate. What could we expect out here?
We've got lots of different species here, Rob. We've got some lovely flathead, we've got bream, we've got trevally, we've got some big garfish, leather jackets, tailor, salmon, plenty of fish in the bay, but it's a bit windy as you can see, so we're going to have to try and push into some new spots and see how we go. Yeah, so it's a little bit tricky conditions, but let's see what we come up with. We've got Joel with us here, Michael's son. Bit of a gun fisherman, we'll see how we go. We might have luck on our side if we can make do with the conditions. Let's hope and see. And at least you got away. Okay, what we're doing here, we're going to lay a burley trail. We've got a bit of current running back through here, so we're going to put a bit of smell back through to try and get the fish to come up to the back of the boat. So we're just going to run a bit of a burley trail and see what comes up. Yeah, and that'll carry a fair way with this current, and we're over a weed bed, which is a good spot for gars and stuff. Good spot for gars. We're going to have gars here and trevally, and there's probably going to be 6 or 7 different varieties of fish that are going to hopefully come up the trail, and we'll see how we go.
Sounds good to me.
How's that? Hang on.
What I've got here is a pretty standard garfish rig, a long shank size 10 hook on the end, a split shot below the float to make sure that your bait is actually staying down, especially when it's windy and your float's moving around a lot. You don't want your bait dragging to the top. And then I've got a float here, but it's got a little bit of extra finesse to it, this float. What you do is you get your burley, and it's got that wire cage beneath it, and you squeeze it in. You get the burley all over Michael's boat, which you might not be too happy about. And what that does, that introduces the burley straight where your bait is. It really helps a lot. And they're very popular in England, these sort of coarse feeding floats. They could do with a lot more use in this country. So I've just got that sliding down there. We'll cast that out. I'll set up a couple like that. And I'm going for gars, and the boys might catch something else on the other rigs. Let's get it in there. Well, that took all of about 5 minutes to get these gars going. Young Joel's on, I'll tell you what, he's pretty keen. Mate, just turn around there and give the folks back home that green grin he gets. Look at it, you can't wipe up his face. Now this is what you call a garfish. St Helens is famous for its big garfish. Oh, I dropped mine. Oh, look at that. We got ours. Your dad dropped his. Look at that for a garfish. Now, would that be an average size one, matey?
Yeah.
Yeah, about average. What do you reckon, Dad?
Yeah.
If that's your average size gar, I'll tell you what, I might move down here. Now, you'd only need half a dozen of those for a feed, and as you see in that burley trail before, there was quite a few of them. That's a beautiful fish, a great eating fish. Do you like catching them?
Yep.
Your dad's back on. I'll tell you what, that's burley worked really well. Let's catch a few more.
The other rod's going too.
The other rod's going. Garfish left, right and centre here. Put that one in. We'll catch a few more. It's going off here at St Helens in Tasmania. It's a double hook up on big garfish again. I've barely had a chance to get my rod in the water, but I'm going to put it out the back because it's a hot bite here at the moment. Joel's got one. Michael's got the other one. Another one, matey. I tell you what, your mates would be pretty envious, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
Out here swinging into these garfish left, right and centre. How would you cook that up, Michael?
I'd fillet it out,
Yeah.
just in a bit of plain flour and
Yep.
then some nice hot butter in the pan and yeah, beautiful.
They're so easy to clean too, aren't
Oh.
they? Just the scales just roll straight off.
Lovely, and they're that sweet.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Mate, when it comes to cooking fish, big gars like that, very user-friendly. I tell you what, if you muck up cooking one of those, I'd give up cooking because it's just so simple, it really is. Let's get him in the tank and grab another one. I tell you what, this burley we've got here has got these gars going absolutely crazy. I'm just going to get this one up now. It's really pretty easy. In some places where the gars are smaller or a lot shyer, you need a bit of finesse, but here, just a long shank hook, like that. One of the other beauties of the long shank hook is when you got your fish, you grab it and you unhook it. Now, let's get that out there. Now, at the moment, the size limit on gars here in St Helens is 20 centimetres, and that's obviously clearly over that. He's twice the legal length, he's 42 in fact. But it's always a good idea to check out your rule book before you go fishing because they do change and they can change quite quickly, so you should be aware of them. It's your own responsibility. Another beautiful garfish. I can't get over this, it's fantastic. I'll just bring mine. I've got another gar on here. Mike, you're on too, Joel. Let's double hook up, another double hook up on big gars. Oh, mine just got off. No, I didn't. Triple hook up.
Yeah, this one.
Oh, did you? Oh, look at the drag going on that. Michael just pointed out something quite interesting. When these gars come up the burley trail, they give themselves some whale. Their little noses just stick out of the water and come in like that.
Good one you've got there, Rob.
Is it? They're all good.
Yeah.
Beautiful stuff. They're quite an acrobatic fish. They often jump, and they are literally some of the biggest gars in the country. You rarely see them that big, and Michael tells me they do get a lot bigger yet. I've had a great time here in St Helens, Tasmania with Gone Fishing Charters. Michael, thanks for your time.
Not a problem.
And Joel, what a wonderful young fisherman you are, mate. I'm with Rocky Carossi from Professional Charters in St Helens, and we're heading out into the ocean. Welcome to Fishing Australia, mate.
Great to have you on board, Rob.
It's an absolute pleasure. I've really been waiting for this for a long, long time. Now, what's on the cards out there, matey?
Well, number one, we're going to check the weather as we head out through St Helens Barway. That's going to dictate what we do for the day. But hopefully some deep sea fishing for striped trumpeter, possibility of an albacore tuna, but deep sea reef fishing is probably going to be number one on the cards today.
Sounds good to me. Let's get out there. Well, first fish has been hooked up here. Peter Carantinos, mate. Any predictions on this one, mate?
Oh, no idea, Rob.
We don't think it's huge. It's some sort of fish. We're fishing in. There we go. Look,
Here we go.
little. What do you call these up this way, Rocky?
Ocean perch, mate.
Ocean perch. Any good eat, Ronnie? What do we do with these?
Not bad on the plate. Yeah, very nice.
Yeah, common fish along the southeast coast of Australia. It's the first fish. It's a reasonable one to start off with, but I think we're going to catch a lot bigger fish yet today, mate. So let's get him off
Yep.
and get that back down in the water. That easy. think got a couple of little fish on here. Let's bring them up and have a look. Another couple of...
Now, I think the reason we're getting these is because we're fishing too close to the bottom.
Yep.
To get the stripy trumpeter, you've got to be up at least 3 to 5 metres clear of the bottom.
Yeah.
And hopefully we'll get away from these fellas.
Okay. We're on to a good fish here. Rocky's predicted a striped trumpeter or a Tassie trumpeter. They call them stripies up here a lot. Oh, it's got diving and look at that. Oh yeah, it's a strong fish. It's a good fish of some sort. Let him go. Oh yeah. This is feeling good. Alright. Now we're 45 fathoms down now. I've just got him off the reef now. It's important to just bring it up at a good steady pace. Hopefully Sammy the seal won't turn up and pinch my dinner. There's that S word. As soon as you mention Sammy, he's more likely to turn up. Rocky's laughing at me at the back there. Now, this will be a minute here to get this bloke up. Okay, we've got colour on the fish now. Geez, this fish, whatever it is, has been fighting all the way up. Rocky, we've got a net, or how are we going to get this fish aboard? It's a fair size.
Yeah, we might lift him in, Rob. Lift
him in?
Actually, we should get a gaff. Actually, he's a big stripe.
Is he? Oh, look at that!
That's him, mate. He's well hooked. So, yeah.
What
we'll do, mate?
Yep. Just unhook him so we don't hurt ourselves.
De-hook him.
Yep.
So.
Oh, what a fish! That's your Tassie trumpeter, mate.
That's a Tasmanian striped trumpeter.
Wow.
And you got a nice specimen there. Probably, he looks like he'd be up around the 8 kilo mark.
Yeah. So.
And,
yeah.
They grow to 25 kilo, Rob, and they're a powerful fish.
They are.
Great eating fish.
Yeah.
And, yeah, well, that's what we were after. So well done.
Thank you very much. I just noticed here he's had a bit of a bite out of the tail when he's a young fella. Maybe a shark or something else had a crack at him. Fish are very tough. He's obviously lived to tell a story.
Or something that starts with S, Rob, which you've spoken about before. Might have had a go at him earlier.
The seal. Yes,
yeah.
The S word.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, there we go. The seal didn't get our Tassie. Now he's a better than average specimen, or you expect to get them most trips.
We're fishing here at the moment. The average size seems to be up around that 6 to 8 kilo, and
yeah, that's an average one.
He's a nice size fish for this area. And
I noticed them on the menu back at the St Helens Resort, mate. They're a
terrific eating fish,
yeah.
Rob, and you know, probably the best table fish we've got here in Tassie, and yeah,
one of the best table fish.
One of the best table fish, and on top of that, they're a great sport fish for us. So
yep.
yeah, they've got a lot of good qualities about them.
Absolutely fantastic. Oh. Striped trumpeter or Tassie trumpeter with Rocky Crossy with professional charters out of St Helens. What a beautiful fish. I'm pretty happy with that. Whereabouts are we, Rocky?
Rob, we're approximately about 14 nautical miles east of Eddiston Lighthouse. There's a series of broken reefs in this area, average depth around about the 100 metre mark.
Yeah.
Which you want the conditions to be fairly good to fish here.
Yeah.
Our rig is pretty standard, just a standard paternoster rig. Mm-hmm. 2 hooks, we're running a variety of bait, but that's our standard rig. It's nothing fancy, but does the job. Fairly decent size hooks.
Yep.
Decent size bait.
Mm-hmm.
We're using 50-pound mono there as our bottom.
Yep.
And a reasonable amount of lead in these conditions, just to give us a chance of holding the bottom. And we like to keep them just up off the bottom a little bit, Rob. The big trumpeter are often schooling just above the bottom there.
Okay. I noticed what would stop you from fishing here, the wind or the current? So I noticed you put a drogue out to slow us down, is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
We've got, today we've got a bit of fresh west-northwest, so we put the drogue out or sea anchor out.
Yep.
The idea being just to slow the drift a little bit, and so that bait and that rig's not drifting too fast across the bottom.
Yeah.
We want to give those big fish a chance to be on the bait, have a good sniff at it and latch on.
Okay. Peter's on again, mate. Bring her up. We'll have a look at this. It's something slightly different. Bring her up, mate. What do we got? Swing her over. Oh, moe.
Here we go.
What do you call them over here, Ronnie? Is that a banded moe?
Banded moe one.
Yep.
Also one of our preferred table fish down here. They're beautiful to eat.
Good size for here? Or is it small?
He's
one?
about half the size we normally get out this way. They normally, you know, twice the size of that. But
Yeah?
Yeah, he's a bit of an old still.
Okay. They're in the same family as the trumpeters. They're sort of all related sort of species. Would he be over the legal limit?
He could be.
He should be.
He'd be just on the legal limit, I'd say.
Okay. Well, what do you want to do with him? I mean,
I think we might let this fella go.
yeah. Well, we got that big striped trumpet.
Stripey, yeah.
There are plenty of feed there, so let's pop this one back. He might be bigger for next time. Yeah.
Yep.
I'll let you do the honours, Peter, mate. Pop him back in the water. We were hoping to get out wide to target some blue-eye trevally, but the wind's picked up and it's getting a little rough. So we're going to head in close and try for some other species off St Helens here in Tasmania. Yep. All right, I'm on to something here to hit mid-water. If it wasn't a flatty, I'd say it'd be a cooter. And look at this, hey, how about this for a laugh? I caught him on the... You're going to get a real laugh at this. That actually, fair dinkum, went straight down his throat and caught him on the gills on the way back. That is unbelievable. I must have just been sitting there and went straight in. So a bit of luck there. Barracuda, not to be confused with the tropical ones, which are a completely different fish. I thought it was a salmon. It's a cooter. Oh well. They've been following us around. We've had a wonderful day with Rocky. I'm professional chartered out of St Helens. We caught a beautiful big Tassie trumpeter. Lots of other fish, and this cooter right on the close. That's just about all for now. Unfortunately, we've got to head back in. The day's come to an end. Well, wasn't that fun? St Helens, Tasmania, you've won me over big time. A special thanks to the Doherty St Helens Resort here, right on the water. What an absolute cracker of a place. Special thanks also to Tourism Tasmania. If you come down this way, check out their website or look them up. They're a great mob. Until we meet again, I'm Rob Taxavanis, and from all the team at Fishing Australia, we'll see you on the water.